Hello, welcome to this short review of the world's top 100 wire and cable producers ranking. My name is Philip Radbourne and I work in the wire and cable team here in London. I'm editor of the top 100 ranking. We're really pleased to announce that the integer top 100 wire and cable producers database 2015 is now available for purchase online. I'm going to take you through the top line results of the survey. It is important to remember that what we are presenting now is only a small summary of the data available in the product. The top 100 itself consists of an extensive company, divisional and country data from 2009 through 2015 in a flat Excel document with supporting tables and charts. Or you can manipulate the data yourself in Excel. Before we look at the results of the ranking, we should mention that we have a team of researchers in the wire and cable sector based in London, Beijing and Tokyo. Part of our work is tracking the cable industry, and we've been producing information on the cable sector since 2003. In 2015, we opened a new office in Dubai in the UAE. You may have already spoken to Victor, who is running the Dubai office. So, what is the top 100 product? It ranks the leading producers worldwide based on their US dollar insulated wire and cable revenues in 2014. One of the complexities in producing the rankings is that many of the leading cable makers are private. We have to estimate the divisional sales of many large corporations, including those in China. This year, more producers than ever helped us verify their data for 2014, and in some cases, private companies helped us improve data going back to 2010. Okay, now on to the second slide. Of course, we can find the information on the leading public listed companies, but for producers such as Southwire in the United States, Wilms in Europe, or Yazaki in Japan, it takes more time and verification of the data. It is even more difficult for some of the leading producers in the Middle East, such as Riyadh Cable, Bara Cable, and Al Fanar. Part of the work involves checking with these companies on their insulated wire and cable revenues, getting them to check our definitions, which exclude external copper and aluminium rod sales and non-insulated products such as ACSR or downstream products such as wiring harness. Right, now a key slide giving an overview of the top 100. This is slide 3. So as we can see, Prysmian has narrowly beaten Nexans to retain number 1 spot. We should note that the Chinese companies have seen their growth stall. Prysmian saw strong sales of submarine power cables and fibre optic cables, though the gap between the two key players has narrowed noticeably. The annual Top 100 Global Wire and Cable Producers database acts as the assessment of competition across the wire and cable industry and provides independently tested rankings of the 100 largest producers in the world based on revenues derived from insulated products from the previous year. More of the winners in 2014 include Riyadh Cables, El Sawedi, Al Fanar, Bara Cables and Alumi Group, also known as Coffee Cab, who have all continued to see a rise in their revenues both in the Middle East and North Africa, and in the case of Coffee Cab, through its new operations in Mexico and Brazil. For the first time in 7 years, the leading Chinese companies have not risen up the rankings against their global peers. Indeed, leading Chinese cable maker Far East Smarter Energy, which had been known as Far East Cable, ranked 13 in last year's Top 100. It showed a marginal dip in revenues from $1,754 million in 2013 to $1,720 million in 2014, and now stands in 14th place. There are still 39 Chinese cable makers in the top 100 this year, but their combined sales grew by less than 1% to reach $24.7 billion in 2014, reflecting the wider slowing growth rates in the broader Chinese economy. In contrast, there have been a continued recovery in the USA and Mexico, with new investment in cable factories and increased merger and acquisition activity in the automotive wire, fibre optic cable and tray cable markets in particular. Okay, on to slide 4. We can look at the cumulative revenues of the top 100. Their combined revenues reached $111 billion in 2014. If you subscribe to our global data service run by Louisa Vinnick, you will already know that global production reached $215 billion last year. There are more than 12,000 cable producers worldwide, but the top 100 represented 51% of the global market. If we were to extrapolate the top 100, in theory we could eventually reach global production levels of $215 billion. Revenues from the top 100 have hovered between 111 and 114 billion over the last 4 years, with a continued increase in volumes globally. But a decline in commodity prices of copper and aluminium prices hit the value of the overall market in 2014. Right, now we zoom into the top 10 in slide 5. In this slide we can see that both Nexans and Prysmian are the leading players in the cable sector. Nexans had been the number one ranked cable maker from 2008 through 2010, but the takeover of Dracker by Prysmian has meant that it is now the leading producer worldwide. General Cable held on to its position of third place in 2014, but it is likely to be overtaken by Sumitomo Electric in 2015 as it continues to sell its overseas operations. We have better data on Sumitomo now, and it shows that its historic wiring cable revenues are lower than we had estimated, but it is growing its operations either through consolidation or organic growth. Southwire has continued to rise up the rankings, helped by a number of acquisitions in the last few years and the stronger demand for cable from the USA. Furukawa, which owns OFS, has seen strong sales from its global optical fiber and fiber optic cable operations. Leone has seen record sales in its automotive wiring harness operations, as well as its specialty cable business, and has seen stronger specialty fiber optic cable revenues. Companies featured in Integer's Top 100 Wiring Cable Producers Database 2015 are eligible to receive a unique 2015 badge of distinction designed to accompany and enhance a featured company's marketing and promotional efforts. If your company is featured, please feel free to get in touch with my colleague Catherine to request your badge or for any questions on how to use them. Thank you for watching this launch video for Integer Research's new Top 100 Global Wiring Cable Producers Database 2015. I hope you have found these brief headline figures of interest. As we explained previously, the complete database is published in Excel as a flat dataset with accompanying tables and charts. The Top 100 contains a wealth of highly valuable and, importantly, independently verified data, which I'm sure will complement your research for the year ahead. The Top 100 database rankings can be ordered online securely by credit card, or you can request an invoice by email, whichever is more convenient. I'm also, of course, available to answer any questions you may have on the product and look forward to hearing from you. My contact details are on the final slide. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight our suite of further publications and insight covering the wiring cable industry, namely our extensive wiring cable plant databases and wiring cable data service. All these products explore in granular detail the makeup of the industry and are available as flexible packages so you can mix and match the databases and data splits which are relevant to your business. Thank you once again for your time, and I look forward to receiving any questions or comments you may have.